Alright, hello everyone and welcome to today's Gems of War video. And in this video we are heading into Silver Necropolis, the Underworld faction for Silverglade, or as I like to call it, Silverglade Undead Style. If you ever want a faction of undead mystics, undead elves, and undead unicorns, then this is the place. Silverglade is one of the four Magic Squared kingdoms, so keeping this kingdom thriving directly increases your magic stat, which is extremely valuable. And even though Silver Necropolis looks intimidating, this was actually the first pure faction 500 I ever cleared. And trust me, it is much more manageable than it appears. But before we dive in, let's quickly make sure that you're ready. The Kingdom Prestige plays a huge role in whether you're actually ready for Pure Faction 500. If Silverglade is below Prestige 22, take a moment and build it up. Vanya will thank you later. Once Silverglade hits Prestige 37 or higher, you're absolutely ready. At that point, you've unlocked 100% Horde bonus, and your magic stat is high enough that Vanya can start deleting enemies like she's late for a necromantic tea party. Anything between 22 and 37 is workable, but the higher your prestige, the less likely Silver Necropolis will turn into Silver Necropolis. So, make sure Silver Necropolis' treasure hoard is at least level 115. If the enemies keep sending your team back to the crypt from whence they came, consider either increasing your treasure hoard or building up to a higher Silverglade prestige. Now, the pets that you're going to want at level 20 for this pure faction run are the Tiny Corn and the Starry Tiny Corn, which are the Silverglade Kingdom boost pets, as well as Hothead, which boosts undead teams. And Bonecorn is the Silver Necropolis boost pet. As long as you did a preliminary pure faction run at level 300, this pet will be at level 15 and will hit level 20 when you win. Let's talk about the troops of Silver Necropolis, the undead cousins of Silverglade's magical residence, along with the faction weapon that you see on the screen right here. You now need all the faction weapons for Kingdom Prestige tasks, and faction weapons only appear during faction assault and faction expansion events for that particular faction. Now, the good news is that Life and Death, which is Silver Necropolis' faction weapon, is still fantastic. It steals life from the last two enemies, applies Death Mark, and then enchants and blesses your hero. It's not the meta-defining monster it once was, but for mid-game players trying to punch above their weight class, it's still incredible. The Vanya Soulmourn is your primary magic AoE DPS. She deals damage to all enemies boosted by blessed allies, and then summons a Silver Necropolis troop. And her third trait blesses a random ally on every 4 or more gem mat. Because she can summon any Silver Necropolis troop, you must unlock, level, and trait all 6 of your faction troops. I highly recommend pushing Vanya to Elite Gold, as she gains magic at every Elite tier, and that scaling does matter. Next, we have the Bone Golem, which explodes a gem, inflicts death mark for every skull destroyed, and gains attack and armor. It also has a 50% skull damage reduction, making it your frontline tank. Spell sounds better than it is. All Silver Necropolis troops are immune to death mark, but Bone Golem can cast repeatedly to stack attack and armor. Elite levels give Bone Golem durability, but they are not required. Next, we have the Negasis, which removes all blue gems and deals damage to the last enemy, boosted by gems removed, and it starts with 50% mana. None of your troops use blue mana, so removing it is safe, and the opposing Vanya is always in the last slot. It's interesting, but not core to pure faction team. The elite levels are optional. Next, we have the Moonveil Warden, which deals damage boosted by blessed allies and blesses a random ally. Think of this one as Vanya Light. It's not strong enough to replace Vanya, but must be leveled and traded in case it gets summoned. Next, we have the Necrocorn, which cleanses and blesses an ally and creates 10 gems of one of their colors. And this troop also starts with 50% of its mana. The elite levels waste magic, so I would recommend skipping them. And Cleanse is rarely needed in this particular pure faction. It's usable, but it's not optimal. And finally, we have Draugr. Draugr drains up to 12 mana and creates purple gems equal to the mana drained. No Silver Necropolis troop is immune to mana drain, so this works. But Bless will neutralize it, so timing does matter. Draugr is more predictable than Necrocorn, and it is my preferred choice, and you do not need elite levels for this troop. And so here is the pure faction team I recommend. Bone Golem, Draugr, and 2 Vanya Soulmourn. And the team code is in the description of this video. Why this team works? 2 Vanyas means the enemy must kill both of them to stop your summon move. Bone Golem stacks attack and armor, becoming a skull-smashing tank, and Draugr drains key threats and generates purple for your other troops. Vanya's AoE softens the entire enemy team and also summons replacements, and that's how this team works. And as a reminder, only Vanya benefits meaningfully from the elite levels. Elite levels for your other troops are up to you. Now, Silver Necropolis has one of the simplest maps in the Underworld until it doesn't. Regular map is straightforward. Go from the starting room to the right to the center, to the right to the boss room, and that's it. The Deep Delve looks identical until you realize you cannot go from the center room to the boss room. You must fight an extra room, which makes things significantly harder. So the rule is simple: do not run Deep Delve for pure faction. And that is everything you need to know about Silver Necropolis, the faction that proves Silverglade can be magical even when everyone's dead. So to recap, Vanya Soulmourn is your MVP, and put 2 of them on your team to wear the enemies down and summon replacements. Let Bone Golem and Draugr provide skull pressure and board control. Life and death is required for prestige, and it is still excellent. Avoid Deep Delve for pure faction runs. Despite its spooky aesthetic, Silver Necropolis is much easier than it looks. Good luck in the Underworld, and may your Vanyas always summon something useful. And if you enjoyed this video, please consider leaving a like. Subscribe to this channel and or follow me on Twitch if you'd like to see more of my content. And in the comments below, let me know what you think of Silver Necropolis. I'll see you in the next video.